Whoa, am I streaming? Oh no! Oh no! Turn it off! Turn it off! Just kidding. Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Today, we are playing HD Poker. I'm so sorry. I should have had it ready to go already. I didn't. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Today we play a game called HD Poker. My name is Pebble. I stream video games, and this is one of my favorite games to stream. We have a new thing we're doing. It's kind of new. I don't know. It's not really new. Basically, what I've figured out is I really like streaming. That's a good thing. And I've also felt like I need to put a little bit more work in to streaming. And by work, I mean I just need to play more. I think we've taken this hobby to a point where I need to like really get more involved with it. It's a great place to be, quite frankly. I've been wanting to get here for the whole time I've been doing this. I've wanted to get to this point. I feel comfortable. I have I have 4 full days during the week. You know how many people don't want to stream on weekends? We work on the weekends. So I have a job. I'm a security guard. And I work on the weekends. So I work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Might as well put some music on while we're waiting to get into the lobby. The goal today, of course, is to play a couple Texas Holdem games. And we are now ready to go. Nope, no music. We don't need music. That's a crutch. That's a crutch. I like to use the music when it's time to use music. When you're waiting for something, or if you're like want to talk a little bit, you put the music on. But the music should not be the whole thing. So, yeah. Texas Holdem. That's what we're doing. This is a free game. Is it a sponsor? Are you sponsored by this? No. This is not a sponsored stream. We would someday like to get sponsored, actually. Look at this. 7-3. That's 2 pair. We're going to bet. I'm not going to bet because that would give away what I have. I think somebody's going to bet here. He's got something nice. I'm going to raise it even further. He's probably blown away by that. Like, what the fuck? Now, he could have 2 pair as well, and that would fuck me. But I don't think he did. And I'm gonna burp. And I showed him. Sorry for burping. What is this creature here? So this is one of my favorite games to stream. That's cool. It's like a wolf. This is one of my favorite games to stream. Excuse me. Oh, I coughed right into the mic. That was a real phlegmy one, too. Oh, gross. I'm sorry. You don't deserve that. So, this game is like one of those games that I just love. And because we're enjoying streaming so much and we're taking it to the next level. What does that mean, take the next level? It doesn't really mean anything for you. You're not going to notice anything. I'm still going to do everything I do. But what you will notice is more streams. You're just going to see more. You're going to see me more often. You're going to see me posting more. And only because it's about it when I stream. The more I stream, like for a length of time, the longer that length of time goes on, I start getting more into the game. And I realize that sometimes I'll cut a stream short, and sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes the games are not that, there's not that much of the game. Maybe there's only 6 hours in the game or something. And you want to enjoy it. You want to just I'm all for that. But I also recognize that here's another big thing. there's so many games that I'm really into right now that I really want to stream. So the only answer is to figure out a method, and I believe we found that method. It's very interesting. The first game we streamed today was a game called There's Jax. There you go. Again, we always get back to the game even if we're talking about something. Excuse me. I'm okay. Let me cough one more time. No, don't do it. Yeah. So I know where I was. I'm okay, by the way. So just taking my time. I'm playing the game. I'm in the zone here. And so that's the point, you know. It's like when we first first game we played today was a game called Saviorless, and the tone of the game was really chill because I worked all weekend. And I basically got up a couple hours like before I streamed. So I was not up that long before I streamed. And the goal is to exercise, like go out, get some air, get some work. But it just didn't work out because I'm just so tired after the weekend. You know, it's just like I just needed that time to like I just wanted to just get up and stream. That's it. I didn't really want to exercise. But I'm going to exercise today though. Tonight, I'll finish up here doing the streams that we're doing, then I'll go and I'll get some food and I'll go exercise. But the thing of streaming is, it's a really good part of my life. It's really healthy for me to do. Everything about it is just really good. And we're figuring also the best way for us to stream the games that we want to stream. Because we've got, I don't know, maybe 15 games. I think the math on it is like, it's probably too many, but it's a lot of games. So what I did is I broke the games down, excuse me, I'm sorry, into like chill games. Then you've got your competitive battle royale lobby games. This is a lobby game as well, where you're playing with real people. But like Mario Kart is a game I have that game, I haven't even played it. I've never even streamed that game. So that's another game I'd like to stream. So there's the world of the chill games like Saviorless and The Room and House of Da Vinci. They're puzzle games, they're very chill. Then you got the games that are competitive, like Battle Royale or this. And then you've got what I call the open world game, which everybody calls the open world. I'm not the only person that calls it that. I created a thing called open world games. I call it open world. No, you didn't create that, Van Pebble. I know that. So the open world game thing combines, I feel, everything. It's got quick action, it's got slow action, it's got sit and chill think vibes, it's got run around and look at Hogwarts. Oh my god, it's got everything. And so for me, those games are the big games, and so I feel like it's all about, for me, momentum. And so I don't know if the momentum is going to change where, like, I want to play a big game then I want to chill. I'm still figuring that out, but I have at least put it into categories. For me, so far, it's 3 categories. There may be more categories even, because there's so many different types of games. We're looking to get a flush on this table here on the right-hand table. There it is. And we have the best flush. There's no question. So we're going to go all in here on the right-hand table, and I believe we will win that. Because I don't know what 2 and 5 is about. 2 and 5? I don't even know what you're doing there. I don't even know what you're doing there. What were they doing there? Why did they go all in? On the left table, of course, the left table, I haven't said this yet, is the $200 million table. You could have read this yourself. And the right-hand table is the $850K table. battle of the pairs on the left table. The 5's won. King 5 of hearts. Queen 6 of hearts. We got a pair of 6s on the right table. We will check that. We will check that. We have 6s here. We probably won this hand. No, we didn't. Pair of 10s won. And on this table here, we're going for the flush. We're going for the flush here. There it is again. A nice flush there. I'm going to go about 27 million there. That's a nice bet. See what we can do here. I feel good about this one. I don't see how we lose this one. Well, they would have to have like the ace or something like that, which they didn't. So we pulled the flush. We got the win. And we're on the left table. We fold. We're looking good. We have 1.45 million on the 850k table on the right, and on the left 200 million table we have 256 million, which is quite nice. So yeah, we've kind of put the games in a category, which is a place I love to be as a streamer, because like you kind of figure out your schedule and you kind of figure out where you're going. It takes a while to really figure it out, and it also evolves and changes. You know, you change. There's a lot of people who probably started as gamers and ended up becoming IRL streamers. I don't see that happening to us. I would imagine this is what we do. I would like to someday up the game and do a little IRL stuff, but I don't see us being an IRL streamer per se. But I'd love to do it all. Like, I'd love to do, just like, you know, I just want to be a person that streams well. Basically, that's it. So the 3 categories again are the games that are super chill. That's one category. Then the other category is these type of games, so you gotta wait in the lobby for, which is like 3 big games for me. It's HD Poker, Fortnite, and Mario Kart. And there's another one too. There's like 3 or 4 games there. I think I threw Balatro in there too, because it's like Balatro is a weird game where it's just like really hard, and the harder it gets, the less I really want to stream it. But I'm still gonna do it. So I kind of put that in the same category, and then the last category, of course. Oh, he had an ace, but he had the 10 kicker. But we're still looking good with 1.36 million on the right table. The left table, we had a pair of 10s. We would have lost to the kings. So it's a good thing we folded. And this is a good table. I mean, the $200 million table on the left is really, I feel like, good players. At least right now, everybody's playing pretty well. I mean, everybody's pretty even. Blue Rose's Love is the low player at the table, so they're going all in, trying to double up. Everybody's probably just going to fold, which will give them a little bit of crumbs there. 25 mil. I mean, they had a good hand, and now they have 100 mil, so they got themselves up. I like King 9, but I'm going to fold it. And then, of course, the last category, you got the chill games, you've got the battle royale or lobby games, and that's another category. And then the last category is the big motherfucker games. And I look at those as like, it's either like a game like Silk, that game Silk, like a big game. Something that's considered a very large game that takes a long time to complete. Hades 2. And then the games like the open world juggernauts as well fit in there. Like Harry Potter, Hogwarts, Chronos, Red Dead Redemption 2. Like those are big fucking games. They require an extreme amount of like attention to detail. You need a lot of time to play those games. It's going to be at least 2-hour stream at least. If you're doing a Harry Potter Legacy and it's less than 2 hours, it's kind of a waste. Unless you're at the very end of the game and you're just dealing with really tough bosses and it's a worthwhile thing, So that's where we're coming now as a streamer. We're getting into like a lot of logic and stuff, and I'm just sharing it with you just cause. I don't intend to like share everything. I'm not that guy. I was watching a you know how you go like on Facebook? Hey man, my voice changed suddenly. But you know how you go on like Facebook and then like you'll see like because I'm trying to talk through this thing in my throat. But you know how you'll see like different shorts in Facebook? I'll tell you what, 8 million, Queen 8? Oh, I'm tempted. Tempted by the fruit of another. Tempted, but the fruit is discovered. What's going on? What's going on? Queen 8 is not something I want to pursue. I'm going to pull that. On that table. But the Queen 8 on this table, I've got Queen 8 at both hands, both tables. And yet, where we are as a streamer is like, I like to talk, I think we all do, and talk about what's going on inside, and it is a good thing to do. But I also realize, like, there's a Facebook thing where this is where I was going to talk about, where there's shorts, and if you go to the shorts, you'll see like comedians, and there was this one comedian, and this guy, and he was like, you ever take a shit and your legs get nice and relaxed when you're taking a shit? And I was like, yeah, that's what I don't think is interesting. Like, I don't find that entertaining. Like, I don't need to know everything that you're thinking. I know, like, there's some people that go, because there's a lot of people that think that's funny, and I get it. It's cool if that's what you're into, but, like, to me, I don't like that. I don't like and I overdo it. I know that. But I try to be cool about it. I try not to be too much of a fucking, fold that tip. We're looking good here on the right-hand table. That is going to give us 1.43 million, and we are cooking in both tables. I think we're doing great on both tables, but we're really cooking on the right table. Put your focus on that right table if you want to see a cook. You want to see me cook? Because I worked in kitchens. I was thinking about that today too. I think we're done talking about the streaming thing, right? Just my whole point on it is like, I like to talk about details, and sometimes I do like sharing things, like I'm sharing with you now, like about how these are the kind of games, and I think that's good information. And I do think there's definitely people that just go so deep into the well and they share every bit of detail. And usually I feel that you're dealing with people that do that are basically like a kick streamer, or like a person who just all they do is talk. And they just need to fill space. And that's why you're getting that a lot of times. I realize I don't have to talk. I don't have to fill space. I can just play. I can let the game speak for itself. I think these games are great, and that's why I love video games, because I always say this, it always comes back to the game. That's the most important thing. Whatever I'm saying, I don't care. The game is the most important thing. But I like talking. So I enjoy it. It's the kind of streamer that I want to be. But I also recognize, like, you don't have to talk about, like, how good it feels to take a shit. And that could be on my... There's been times, and girls, there's been times that I've been sitting here in front of you, playing this game and streaming this thing. And I'm thinking, like, man, that felt good farting. It felt so good to fart right there. And sometimes you do it. Sometimes you go, hey, man, I just farted. That felt so good. But I really, guys, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be a person that's going there every fucking time. It starts to feel like it's a little desperate. It feels insincere. It doesn't feel like you really don't want to tell people that, do you? Is that what you really want to tell people? You really want to talk about how good it feels to take a shit? You don't have to share that. You don't have to share that stuff with people. And we are continuing to cook as we get rid of yet another player on the right-hand table. We have 3.44 million. And on the left table, we have a high card ace, which takes half of the pot, which is a chunky pot. It was like 36 mil. And we are fucking looking really good right now. We have ace 10. We have 2 pair. I don't even think, there's no way this guy has what I've got. They might have a diamond. Maybe they're chasing something here. There's the queen. Probably didn't make a flush. If that's it they were trying to make. They could have a straight. 9-10, jack, queen, king. They probably do. I'm folding. Oh, they didn't have that, I don't think. I don't think they had it. It was a good bluff, though. And we didn't make the flush on the left table. And that's 2 losses in a row there, but it's not bad. It's not bad. We're in great shape. The left table has slowed down a bit for us. Just a little bit. But, you know, I think that that's the way to get people interested in what you're doing is to talk about what your progress is. I think it's a good way to do it. I do think it's a nice way to stream, is have a conversation with people about where you are in it, where your head is, how you feel about it. Are you just casually in it, or are you like super deep in it? Like, what's your style? When can people expect you to stream mostly? Like, a lot of this is art for us, right? So we're doing this as like, it's a canvas that I'm not trying to sound pretentious, but like an artist doesn't know. Oh, ace 10 on both tables. Ace 10 on both tables. This is going to be a big hand here on the left-hand table. We are all in with ace 10 on the left table. That's a big play. There's the ace. That's looking great. And there's a big win. That's a huge win. That's a huge win. On the left table, I'm going to go ahead and fold that. I don't think I had it. I had ace 10. He could have been bluffing, and he very well could have been bluffing on the right-hand table. That's fine. If you, more power to you if you can bluff me there. More power to you. I'm playing the long game here. And so, as far as streaming goes, playing the long game as well, you know, but we're definitely trying to grow, and so it's neat to tell people, like, this is where we started, this is where we're going, this is where we're going. Now, obviously, you don't need somebody to come in there tomorrow and keep giving you that same progress, but we don't do that. I'm not that much of a jerk-off. I mean, I'm not a jerk-off at all. There's the straight, ladies and gentlemen. There's the all-in. You can bluff me if you want-y. And there's the straight. He knew he was beat. That's what it seems like to me. And on the right-hand table, we are now looking at a heads-up situation where we have a heads-up situation. Left-hand table, 461 mil. Gonna fold. High blinds on the left table. High blinds. I feel like this guy's gonna do some bluff. This is a bluffer, this guy here. That's what I feel with this guy. Feels like a bluff player. Very bluffy. Yeah, I don't think he's got anything here. I think it's high card for sure. I don't think he has anything. I'm wrong. He has a full house. And that's getting interesting on the right table now. He's a good player. Very good player. We have the high card here. We're going for trying to get the straight. We don't get it. We have a pair of queens. I'm going to check that. And there it is. We got some of our money back, and we're playing good on that table. Both tables playing very good. We check it with a pair of nines. What an interesting thing, right? To check with 100 million bet, but there's no need to be. I didn't know what that guy, quite frankly, what that guy had. And I do like also that we're playing two tables at once. That's the way to do it. We're at that level. Like I said, I not only have I grown as a streamer, but as a poker player, I've become a much better poker player. Yeah, it's good to talk to your audience. Let them know what you got going on. But like I said, I don't do it all the time. It's not like I am constantly communicating, but not like, there was one guy who is a podcaster and he's a comedian. His name is Joe Matarese. And there was a point where he was making a big bet on the left table. Big bet on the left table. And I think I'm going to call this guy. On the right table, we have a pair of sevens, which we took home. I will call that. I have ace jack. There's my jack. I feel good now. I'm going to go, let's take them all in. So there's the full house. That takes us to $724 million on the left-hand table. The right table is heads up. It's heads up. It's very exciting. There's the pair of fives on the table. This is where he's got to think. What does he want to do? What does he want to do? I'm going to take him in for $672,000. He's going to fold that, no doubt about that. And he does. And I'm not going to show him what I have. On the left table, we've got 4 players left. He's all in. I've got ace 4. And you know what? I'm gonna fold. I've built up this stack, and it's a way big stack. And he had ace king, so that probably was going to be that's a smart fold. And the only reason I really played that hand is because I was committed with the blinds. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have even jumped in there. So that's good that we recognize that. We're playing great. We want another hand here at the right hand heads up table, and on the left table we can just fold. It's been a pretty good fucking day too. It's also just things are just coming together for us right now. And that's a good thing. That's the goal. It's to keep making life better and better. But like everything is just coming together very nicely. Even people that I normally don't get along with, I'm actually like learning how to get on with. It's a whole thing. It's all coming together. There's the queen. We're going to try to put this guy to bed right now. On the right-hand table. Left table, we folded. He's not going to call that. He does call it. He doesn't have it yet. Hopefully he won't get it. The 9 is what he's looking for. And there it is. And Van Pebble takes down the 850K tournament, and that's huge. And that makes you feel good inside. It's not real money, so it's like you're just happy, you know? Playing very, very good poker. And now we're at the main table here, and I bet 100 million because I have the ace. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, 839 million at the main table of the $200 million tourney. And I will bet, because there's a chance somebody will fold here. So I do want in on this. I got a queen jack, which is a nice hand. Not a great flop, not a great turn. The river is a 9. None of it really pops for us. He's betting 100 million because he knows he probably has something better than what I have, and I have to fold that. And that's 100 million down the drain. But it was a good, for me, it was a smart move. I felt like it was a good move. No regrets. No regrets at all. No regrets at all. I love this table. I haven't really got a chance to look at the table. That's the thing I do like about playing one table, where you kind of get to like really groove hard on like the background. And I really like this game. It's not a sponsor, but it is a great, if they wanted to sponsor, I would in a heartbeat. HD Poker, great game. Bullet Bob, who has been on fire. And here we go, Van Pebble, King 10, Jack 9, the 10s, we're looking careful now, and there it is, Van Pebble pulls it out, and now we're playing heads up for the $200 million tournament. Ace 4. Ooh, that's a tough flop. Van Pebble goes all in, try to intimidate him. And this would be great to end it right here. This would be great to end it right here. Come on. Yes! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, it feels really good to get both of those tournaments. That's huge for me. And that makes you look good. That makes you look really good. And let's take a look at our money. We now have 14,544,000,000, which is the most money we've ever had. We were kind of dancing at 13 billion for a while, or 12 billion for, we were dancing at it. We couldn't get beyond it, and then all of a sudden our luck started turning. Little by little, we've been getting some wins lately, and we're going to jump into some more tournaments here. Definitely, there's no question. We're not done playing poker today. I'm feeling good about it. Let's put some music on while we wait in the lobby. Let's talk about what we're not sponsored by today. All right? We're not sponsored by LaCroix. LaCroix is one of the better, by the way, sparkling waters that you're ever going to drink. As you get older, this is a legit advertisement, by the way. I'm not even trying to. But as you get older, you will find that you don't want to fuck with soda, which is, if you watch my streams, it's all I drink is like Coca-Cola, Red Bulls, and shit like the rock stars. But I don't always do that. And as I have gotten older, I've been looking for something, especially during the pandemic. During the pandemic, I got to a point where I was really trying to be more healthy because I was not exercising, and I found myself getting, quite frankly, fat, for lack of a better word. And I'm not really a fat guy, never was really, but my old man was fat. Big fat ass, big fat Italian asshole. And so that fat piece of shit, I'm kidding. No, he's a great guy, that guy, actually. I don't talk to my parents, but they're great people. Our worlds just don't, connect. But they're great people. My father was a great man. Am I going too hard now? Like, no, he's great, you know. But he is great. My father was an English teacher, and he was like a hero in our neighborhood. Anything, like all the kids loved him. He was a great guy, and as far as I know, he wasn't a creep. Like, you know, like nowadays teachers sleep with students, and like even if they're in 8th grade, it's like fucking what the fuck is happening? Back in the day, I mean, there was a little more character, and where teachers were actually like, it seemed like they had to jump through more hoops to get into the teaching. And back in the day, it felt like a nobler profession. Like, to be a teacher, you were treated he's like a you know how they treat judges? That's how they used to treat teachers. Hey, I'm speaking pretty good today. I said treat teachers, and I barely stumbled over it. That was good. I never stuttered when I was a kid, and sometimes I'll stutter, like if I'm, it's because I'm talking fast or whatever, and I'm streaming, but I never had like a stutter problem. But I realized I never had great speech. I was never known for my speech. So that's why I love streaming, because it does teach you to be like a better speaker. That is true. That is very true, Van Pebble. And ladies and gentlemen, this might end up being one of our last tourneys here, because I don't see too many people in the lobby. And so what that means is we might just end up being like, playing a little shorter. Maybe we'll do a bonus stream today. Anytime we play these kind of games, there's a good shot there'll be a bonus stream. Oh yeah, we are playing, aren't we? We should turn the music off. Yes, not sponsored by LaCroix, but LaCroix is one of my favorite drinks. And also, when I was especially... Oh, there's the 3-of-a-kind Jacks. Let's take a sip of the LaCroix. We're gonna go here. We're gonna bet into this. Basically bet the pot. And I would imagine there's somebody here, be careful, because if someone has a pair, we don't beat 2-pair, do we? Yeah, we do beat 2-pair. Yeah. So we beat 2-pair. And boy, it took me a really long time to learn the card hand values. I've got it locked down. But if you ask me to, like, it's funny, that's how my brain is a little bit. My brain is, I realize now my brain is like, I think what my brain tries to do is it tries to just be in the moment that we're in. So if I'm trying to, like, something like remembering card hands, poker hands, and the hand values, my head has struggles to like, it doesn't want to go into the hard drive, and it doesn't want to pick it up and pick it out for me. It wants to, like, it's like, hey, it's in there somewhere. Just relax. It's there. I'm like, hey, I want it. I would love to just right now. So that's what I'll do. Sometimes I'll test myself. So I'll test myself right now. It goes high card, pair, 2-pair, 3-of-a-kind, straight flush, royal flush, I believe, and then straight flush full house, and then straight flush royal flush. I believe I'm right. And that is great. That's how I like to practice, because otherwise I know that knowledge is there, but if you ask me, and that's the trick, is I like to be able to pull those things up at any time, and my brain is just like, look, we're here now. We don't want to go into your little thingamajiggies, but I'm always, I go up to my brain. I'm like, I want to play around with you, And my brain's like, go away, kid. My brain is very cranky. It's a cranky brain. It's like, we're here. What do you want? and the rest of my soul is like, I want to use you more. Come on, brain. And the brain's like, come on. We got a long life here. And my soul is like, well, we've already spent 50 fucking years in this world. Let's start using the fucking brain. Let's make some money. Let's fucking get this shit cooking. And the brain's like, yeah, you're right. The brain knows. The brain knows I'm right, but the brain has been battling me for years. And I'm here to reclaim my brain. I'm here to reclaim my brain. I started reading again. I did. It's like I'm kind of like the character in the Color of Money. The Color of Money is when this old pool player kind of finds this young pool player, and he convinces him to basically go on the road so they can basically con people out of money. And then the old guy starts getting his act together because he doesn't like the kid. The kid's a fucking flake. Played by Tom Cruise. Very well done. Great movie, one of the best movies of all time. And Paul Newman was the old guy. And Paul Newman all of a sudden started working out. He started reading. He started playing pool to better his pool game. He would swim. So I'm basically trying to get my shit together. And I started reading again, and it's really good. I'm reading a book called Winnie the Pooh and the Oscar. No, I'm reading a book called The Alchemist. It's not a brag, not bragging. Shit, man, I haven't been reading at all. I kind of gave up on like reading. It just wasn't in the life. Like whatever I was doing, it wasn't. Reading really, and then I went to an interview to be like and I got the job, and then when I went to cook, they basically wanted me to like read these huge like recipes and stuff, and that wasn't why I ended up quitting the job. But I was like, you know what, like I can't just sit here and read I don't have the focus. And it was kind of scary, that realization of like, I don't really read. Like, I don't spend a lot of time. I'm always on the computer, but that's not the same thing as reading, like, full sitting down and reading something. And I don't know, something like jolted me awake. And I was like, we're going to start reading. So now we're reading. We got this book. I just bought another book. And the cool thing about reading is I bought I bought a book lamp, like a little lamp that you can plug on, you can clip it onto the book, and then the lamp kind of hangs over the book. I use that same clip lamp on this device right by my bed. So I'm like, oh, I finally have a bed lamp. I've been wanting a bed lamp forever. So it's kind of cool. And then, listen, this is all stuff, like I said, this is stuff that we talk about because I like people to know who I am. And this is stuff I don't mind sharing. I'm not going to tell you, like, I took a shit the other day and there was some corn in it, motherfucker. Like, it's like, all right, go to kick on that shit. Go, save that for the fucking Ice Poseidon stream, motherfucker, all right? Motherfucker. I'm so fucking cool when I say motherfucker. I'm so done with cool. Like I want to say it out loud because I was thinking this the other day and it's almost hard to say, but it's true. Like I know that I'm cool. Like I just am. You know what I mean? I'm an old guy. I know stuff. I know stuff that's cool. I smoke cool cigarillos. I've got a fucking book lamp. Yeah, I'm cool. But like when you get older, you are cool. But when you're younger, you so want to be cool in the worst way. And as I'm older, I don't want to be cool. I really hate it. I go far out of my way to not be cool. I fucking hate cool people. Ugh. It's like, it's this whole thing too of like, I thought about doing open mic comedy like about 10 or 15 years ago. I was thinking about doing like open mic, stand up. Like, I think that'd be a way to express myself. But when I worked at a comedy club for 2 years, and it was cool because I was like, hey, we'll work at this club. This is me talking to myself. Maybe we'll get into stand up. And then after seeing the open micers and the disgusting people, that disgusting behavior of people, and the fact that most people just aren't really that funny or interesting, and it was just a popularity contest. So it's the same thing anywhere you go. It's the good looking people, it's the beautiful people, Ow. Beautiful people, the beautiful people, ow. The beautiful people, ow. Doing stand-up comedy. Those people are fucking assholes. I don't think I've met bigger douchebags than some of the bartender people. First of all, bartenders are my least favorite people in the world. If you're a bartender and you're cool, I'm sure you're cool to somebody. You're not cool to me. Go fuck yourself. If you're watching this and you're a bartender and I need all the fucking views I can get, don't bother. I am so burned out on fucking bartenders and restaurant people and servers and waiters. Go fuck yourself. You stink. Trust me, they have it coming. You guys are sitting there going, he's a little mean. What's this? Trust me, I know. I did it for years. I know who these people are. They're gross. They're disgusting. They're going to try to sleep with your girlfriend or boyfriend. They're not good people. They're opportunists. They're scam artists. They should put listen, in the long run, when robots take over the world, and I don't mean take over the world, I just mean when we start using robots, it's not going to be like a bat scene. We're not going to be slaves to robots. They're going to be our slaves, basically. That's how it's going to be. And robots are going to be they're going to be part of the big part of the world. By the way, we're in great shape in this game. We're watching everybody else kick each other's ass. We're fine. We're fine. Harry Asol just took 2 players out, but we're sitting pretty. We're in good shape. I just want you to know that. I don't want you to worry about me. I know you worry about me. Oh, Van Pebble, is you going to be okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. Ace 5. Checks it along the boards. There's the 5. Yeah, I'm so sick of the cool thing, man. I don't want to be cool. I'm not cool. I get it. I am cool. I'm not. I know. I'm cool one day. I'm not. Who gives a fuck? That's where I'm at with it. The cool thing is so fucking dumb. By the way, it's not about who's cool. It's about what's cool. You could be a fucking dork and do something cool. I've seen it a million times. And then somebody goes, I mean, half your favorite streamers are the biggest dorks in the world, but they're doing something that's cool, so you think they're heroic. Really, and some of them, look, they deserve it. Like, they put in the work, but they're fucking awkward, socially weirdos. But because they do make money off of it and they're on a platform where people are watching, they're getting a little, like, I don't want to be mean, but like Sketch, I'm really glad that he got the success he got, because it's kind of scary to think what he would be doing if he didn't, you know? It's like, so you do celebrate those, you are happy to see, and that sounds like an insult. I'm actually happy for that guy. I think he would be happier if he would just come out of the closet, but that's a personal thing, and I don't know. I don't know what his preference is. I could be wrong. Maybe he's not. But it just always feels good to be your truest version of yourself, you know. But I don't know. Yeah. Don't talk about Fight Club. Yeah, that's right. Back to the game, 8-3. We've been doing good lately. We sometimes step on our tongues, talk about other streamers, but we've been pretty good at pulling it back. I was streaming today, actually, earlier, and I talked about a streamer, and I went with guns loaded, and I was just like, why am I doing this? This is stupid, dude. I'm going to get in trouble. But the only thing that honestly keeps me from really talking about people is I don't want to lose my account. And I don't want to get canceled. Otherwise, I got to be honest with you, I'm glad, though, because it really is stupid to talk negatively about people. But like, I lost my Twitter account years ago for a really long time because, like, I called some girl a cunt. I think she deserved it, but like, now I'm just like, I pull back now. I pull back. And it does make you look like it does make you look weird when you talk negative about things. It's like, why is this guy, what's the problem? That's what people do. They don't think that the thing that you're really upset about, they don't see that. all they're seeing is some guy is calling some woman a cunt. They don't see the cunty shit that they're doing. If they saw what the cunt was doing, they would realize, oh, that person's a cunt. He's right. All they see is, why does the guy have to call somebody a cunt? It is fun to say cunt. Everyone right now, if you're at home, say cunt. It feels great. It's one of the things that the British really contributed to the English language, and I do appreciate that. I love the British, by the way, and I hope they can figure out their problem. I don't know what their deal is. Looks like they're having a lot of problems. Seems like it's very strange to me because I know America, I know we have our issues, and we're having right to free speech and all these kind of things. We're not political here on the stream, but like... And ladies and gentlemen, there's the ace. And that ace could be our ticket to paradise. And he's betting big there. If he has an ace, I can see it. We're going to try to take this guy out of the game right now. I have an ace, and I have a 7. And I'm going all in. He goes all in. And big win by Van Pebble. It looks like he might have been bluffing. And here comes another game coming up soon. We have Ace 2. Let's see what we can do here with this Ace 2. Having a good time. I'm really enjoying the game. I'm glad that we can keep playing. I wanted to keep playing this. I like bonus streams as much as anybody. But I'm really enjoying this. And if we did bonus stream, or if we do, it'll probably be, what's that game? Time Clock? Hell Clock. Because they just had an update. And I'd probably want to just see what that update was about. But usually those updates don't do that much, you know? Not really. I mean, most updates aren't like huge game changers. But, you know... This streaming thing is for people that enjoy watching streaming and enjoy video games. So in that sense, you're actually helping people by streaming games that have updates, because you're giving people a look at what the update is. Some people are very busy with their lives and they don't really have time, and they just want to see somebody like, well, what is the update? I just want to see somebody do it. And we fold on the left table, but we're looking good with 800K. I like that. I mean, I could have won that hand possibly. I had the ace. He had a king there, but good to play it. Good to play it easy. Good to play it. It's like take that golf shot. You could go over the water, or you could just go around the water, right? That's the big thing in movies and TV. Is like, I don't know anything about golf, but I do know that when there's a body of water, you're supposed to just lay up. You're not supposed to just go over the water. Nobody goes over the water, is what I'm learning. And we're going all in. We're going right at it. We have a queen in our hand. On the left table, Harry Essel. Harry Asshole. And we lost to Harry Assel. And that's too bad, because you don't ever want to lose to a Harry Assel. That's just a stupid joke, and it's not funny, but it is kind of funny, actually. But it's beneath us. You know, it's low-hanging fruit, dude. We don't need the low-hanging fruit over here, baby. We don't need it. We don't need it. We're reading books now. We're reading books now. We don't need it. You know what's funny is what triggered the reading actually too is, I think what triggered it is lately we've been really feeling good on the streams, and I've been using big words, and I've been looking up the big words along the way just to like make sure, like, am I fucking, because you don't want to be the guy that's like excruciating, excudically, I excudically think that, you know, and you're just saying words that aren't even words. So it felt good to like, we were in a zone. We were saying like these big words, and they were all like, and they were words that I don't even know where the word came from. I don't even know. I saw it like on a whim. So that's where I thought, like, you know what? I saw that at some point. I read it somewhere. We got to start reading, because you don't know what the brain's picking up at this point. I'm older now. I've got time to pick this shit up. Like, when I was younger, all I did was physically exhaust myself. That's what society probably wanted. They wanted, like, that's a young guy right there. He looks like he's capable of something. Let's tire him out. I don't know. That's a conspiracy thing. But I didn't have any good plans. And I was just like, I'm just going to work my ass off. And I had no energy for reading or... I mean, I said this before. I gave up video games for, like, I want to say I'm 50. I didn't play video games for a good 30 some odd years. I would say, like, I played when I was a kid and then I had to put it down. I had to put down the joystick. Put the gamepad down. I had to. For years. And then when I could, like, anytime I had time off, I'm playing GameCube. I'm on the computer. I'm looking for old school Nintendo games. Anything. I remember one of the things that really got me going. It was Donkey Kong Jr., this dude that lived in my house. He was like, hey man, I got a bunch of free games I could give you for your PC. It's like, alright. So one of the games was Donkey Kong Jr. and it was like, holy fuck. Like, it just makes you like, I can't believe I missed this for so long. We're going for a flush here. And let's try to enter another lobby. But let's keep it on here if we can. And we're looking for that last spade, right? We need a spade here. We need a spade here. We need a spade and no. It doesn't hit it. It doesn't hit. And that's a tough loss. That takes us down to 575K, which is one of the lowest. It is the lowest at the table. But that's okay. That's when we come in and we surprise people. And this is my character today. My character is a woman named Jill Frost. And she is a cutie patootie who's got that booty. She's a cutie patootie who's got that booty. 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 What are we doing here? We're stuck in this hand. We got to get out of this hand. This is not a good hand. And it looks like there's this all-in Chubster with the win. Probably had the flush. Probably had the high flush as well. And now we've got a nice hand. This is the hand that could get us back in it. Ace King. Let's see what happens here. I was going to say let's hope Lady Luck is on our side, but Lady Luck is at the table playing against us. So that's not going to help you. And the flop doesn't help you neither, but you still got an Ace King in your hand, pal. And one of those is a spade. Nope, doesn't come. You got nothing. I got high card ace. He's got tens. And we're down to 500K. And we're on a new table. Both tables are 850K tables. It's not for me, it at first, like my first feeling is like, well, it's not a $200 million table. It's an 850K. But then once you start playing, it doesn't matter, and it's not real money anyway. So I don't need real money to feel to itch the what is it? To get that dopamine going. I don't need that. The dopamine's flowing. I'm happy to be here. Like, I'm just happy to just be doing this. So, I mean, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If someone approached me to do a streaming, I think I've made it very clear. I'm a workable fella. If anybody wants to sponsor me, it has to be a good match, a good fit. And I'm saying it right now. I will gamble on a fucking stream. I don't care. I don't have any. I'm an adult. I've made it clear. I'm not here for kids to watch. I'm not here. I don't say things that I don't want kids hearing what I have to say. I'm also not a kid. I'm a goddamn adult, and that's we should reward people for being more adult-like instead of going, man, let's all be childlike and let's act like little kids. Why? Let little kids be little kids. Let adults be adults. I couldn't wait to be an adult when I was a kid. I remember we listened because when I was a kid, stand-up comedy was such a big deal. Because you had Richard Pryor, Steve Martin, you had fucking Robin Williams, you had the big ones, not these fruitcakes today, man. Even Louis C.K. is a fucking phony compared to these guys were like the real deal. Not like these guys. Louis C.K. is is a writer guy who's a perverted mind and basically gets on stage and just lets it loose. And it's like, it really surprised people when the guy was masturbating in front of people. It's like, no, that's that guy's mind. That guy is a sick guy. And thankfully he could write about it. But now that he's doing it, you're going, oh my God, he's jerking off in front of people. Yeah, he's a fucking pervert. Check out the guy's stand-up routine. It's always it's really, really, really dark. But I digress. When I was younger, comedy was like the thing, and I just was like, I didn't get half of the shits they were doing. Because I was a fucking kid. I didn't understand anything. Music, I didn't understand. Like, I think there was one song was like, it was like there was a movie called Splash Dance or something. Flashdance. And the one song was like, take your passion and make it happen. You can love your life, you can devote to the night, right? It was that song. Da-da-da, what a feeling. And one of the things she was saying was, take your passion and make it happen. And I remember asking my mom, like, did she say take your pants down and make it happen? And I literally was just asking. I swear to God, there was nothing. I had thought that I had heard that. And my parents were like, no. And I couldn't wait till I was old enough to understand what the fuck was going on in society. Then when I got old enough, I was like, this is rough. Then you go back and forth. If you want to be a kid again, I need to be more childlike, and then this and that. And now I just want to be an adult, dude. I got it in check. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about Van Pebble all of a sudden being like into kid stuff. Like, I'm an adult. I know, like, sure, there's some things that are cool. It was from our childhood, yeah, but I don't take it that fucking far. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a couple big hands at the table right now. We are going all in. We have to, sort of, on the right table. We're at that point. Big play, nice play. We're sitting at 600,000. We're the low guy at the table. And on the left table, right and left table, we got ace-7 and ace-8. Ace-8 and ace-7 respectively, left to right, left to right. And we fold ace-8, which is a tough fold, but not really. Ace-7 on the right table. We have sevens. I mean, I enjoy some things that are like the Harry Potter game is amazing. I read the books when I was a kid. I love the movies, and I do think it's cool. But I think it's cool like through an adult's eyes. I don't think it's cool like it's a kid thing. I don't want to dress up as one of the fucking things. But that's another thing. I don't like dressing. I'm not a cosplay person. And I don't think people are wrong for doing that. I don't have judgments against them. Do what you want to do, but there is a certain point for me where it's like you can sort of be a little bit floating in the middle with things, but you pretty much got to pick a choice. Are you going to be an adult or are you going to be a child? Kind of make your choice, you know? Kind of make your choice. Like these adults that watch anime, I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know what you're getting out of that. There's no way you're enjoying watching cartoons as an adult. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. I'll even go so far as to say that was a good split, by the way. You got 8-10, 9-5 queen. And you're going to fold that one on the right table. The left table, we've got king 9, which is not bad. It can turn out to be something nice for you. It's not bad, not a bad flop. Yeah, I couldn't wait to be an adult. And then once I became an adult, people were still calling me dude. I was like 37 years old. Somebody called me dude. I was ready to fucking punch him in the fucking face. Like, you're calling me dude? Come on, man. I'm a fucking 40 fucking, 37. When's it gonna be my time? Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go all in. I don't know that it's a good move. And it is not a good move. We're down to 200K on the left table. Bad play. Playing like a little kid. See, I told you. I'm just kidding. There's a point where you just kind of... I don't know. I just grew up, and I was just like, I just want to keep growing up. I want to keep going in this direction. I don't want to keep, like, acting, nothing really bad, thankfully, happened to me when I was a kid, where I have to, like, relive my childhood or anything like that. But I just don't think it's a good thing to, like, stay at that age. And there are literally people who have emotional disorders where they can't behave past a certain age level. So I'm celebrating the fact that my system, my ecological system works. My mechanism, my human mechanism, my human ecological system. I think that seems right to say it like that. I'm capable of being mature and older and having refined tastes and eating fucking caviar and shit like that. And I don't mean it in like the caviar on a plane, but like in the rap way. I mean like caviar is fucking good. Have you ever had caviar? Why am I yelling at people? They're not mad at you. I'm sorry. No, but you get what I'm saying. I'm fucking hammering the point home, pieces of shit. I'm kidding. You're not pieces of shit at all. You're great people. You're the best, actually. And how are we doing at the tables? Well, I'm going to say it. Not great. We're down to 151K and 268K. And it's not looking good for Pebble right now. It's really not. It's making me rethink a lot of things. I'm kidding. There we go. Had trouble there for a minute. This could be a good hand for us here. This could be the one that gets us back into it. I'm going to go all in here. I think this is the one. This will get us a little bit of money back. This is good. This is good. It's not good. It is good. It's not good. So we end up losing that hand. And that'll take us out of that tourney, but that's okay. We will start another one feeling good, and we're just getting started. Well, that's not true. We're in the middle now. I wouldn't say we're at the starting point, but we're around the middle somewhere. Another good reason, if we could go back to a topic we were talking about earlier, to stream more, is that the whole thing with Twitch, by the way, we're going all in here, because we're looking for that flush. Come on, baby. And we don't get it. And that's going to take us out of that tournament as well. It's hard to start with two big wins, but I would like to talk about the state of Twitch, which is whatever it is, it is. I'm just saying I'd like to be a part of it. And I find that the more I stream, the more valuable I am to Twitch. If I just stream a couple times a week, which I don't, I do at least, like, even on a week where I'm kind of like whatever, you know, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I always try, but like if I'm tired, like last week, I think we streamed 5 streams, like 2 hours a stream, but still, it's only 5 streams. That's a lot. But my goal is to do, like, I've always wanted to do like 10 a week. And that's realistically where we're going now. Like, that's where we're going with it. Because that's where we are with it. We're at that point. We might as well fully get into this thing and do it and really do it. And if we do it that way, we're more valuable to Twitch than if we just do 5 streams a week or a stream a day. It's like, well, you're more valuable to them if you're giving them 10 streams. They're gonna put you up. They're gonna want to, like, expose you to people, and you know. So yeah, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Interesting table here. We got some characters. Got a penguin. It looks like, what is this thing? A meerkat. That's right. I think I remember having a meerkat discussion in one of my streams. It was a weird discussion about meerkats. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to try to join a 200 million one as we keep going with the 850,000. And we coughed. LaCroix. LaCroix, man, I'm telling you. My 2 favorite sparkling waters are LaCroix and Buble. I think it's called Buble. It's spelled like bubbly, but it's called like Buble, and it's fucking amazing. Buble is very good. But LaCroix is like, to me, LaCroix is like, you could serve LaCroix in a restaurant because look at the can. It's a more like a fancier kind of sparkling. And, you know, it's a little more expensive, I find, too. Buble is about the same price range, but sometimes on the cheaper end. I just remember, just like we were saying earlier, I was getting older and I was like looking for something that is other than soda, especially during COVID. Because during COVID, I was like, I had a lot of money during COVID. The government was paying me so much money to stay home. It was ridiculous not to comply. And that's where I caught up on my streaming. I watched streamers all day long. I was watching Cutie Cinderella. That's how you got sucked into those fuckers. That's how we got sucked into those fuckers. Because Ludwig and all these fuckers, I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying, like, it's not very interesting to me now. They're like 20-year-old kids. But back in the day, they were literally like, that was where it was at. I didn't even know about streaming. I didn't. At that time, I was just like so lost. At least when it comes to that, I wasn't like at all involved in any of that. So watching the streamers and Dr. Disrespect and all that stuff. Yeah, it was a good time. The COVID was a great time for streaming. I mean, if you want to be successful at it. And I think a lot of good stuff came out of it. I do think it's funny to see where it went from there to now, where we don't have the same circumstances. Not everybody needs to watch something. So what do you do when nobody needs to see it? That's what people are struggling with right now, because no one really has a need to see it. It's why you see people trying to do stuff that no one else is doing, but the more they do it, you got to push the limits. You got to go out and you got to go to Japan and do a pull-up on a fucking cherry blossom tree. But you can't do that because it's illegal. So then you do it, and it's a great stream, but then Japan's mad at you. It's just very difficult, to up the ante time and time again. And that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing here today, ladies and gentlemen. And every day. This is the future. The thing I've learned is if establish yourself, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want, really. If you want to do fucking pull-ups off of a fucking cherry blossom, an endangered cherry blossom tree that you're not supposed to, that people are like people like pray to it, and you're fucking doing pull-ups off of it. Nice job. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's funny. That did actually happen. There was a streamer that did that. And that guy's a great guy, by the way. And that's a joke, but like there are streamers, I mean, he did do that, but I mean, it was silly, he apologized. I'm talking about Miskiff, of course. But like, he's great. He's one of the best streamers there is. You know why? Because he built himself a name, and now you just don't care what he does, because you know it's going to be good. You know it's going to be quality, unless he's swinging from a tree in Japan. Maybe keep him away from Japan. I'm kidding again. He's great. I mean, if anybody's is one of the cooler streamers, certainly is a Miskiff guy. Like, very cool. I mean, that whole OTK thing was one of the cool things that came out of the pandemic. Was like, you got all these crazy guys. Like, who are these people? Asmongold Gold? Like, I can see why that guy's popular. Like, it's not my flavor anymore. But like, there was a time when I was like, whoa, this guy's odd. But I don't think people realize, like, that guy's not really meant to be a superstar, like, entertainer. He's kind of in the vein of, like, there was an entertainer years ago named Tiny Tim. I will show you that. If I can here. And Tiny Tim was, I'm not saying that Asmon, like, that was a different guy, but I'm just saying, like, in that weirdness kind of a thing. Like Tom Green. Tom Green is a one-off, although I don't even think Asmon is like that, because Asmon didn't really seek the stardom so much. He just was doing something that was like, hey, it's a guy that plays video games. Hey, let's check that out. And then when you see how odd the guy is, and then when you see how he's like, the videos he puts out, like a long time ago, when he would just be like, guys, I don't really want to stream right now. I just don't need some time off. And you're like, what the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? Like, it was, like, wild. And now it's ridiculous. Like, I think now it's just ridiculous. Like, the fact that he has this many viewers, Asmongold is... I'm waiting for the ship to fucking sink, actually. I can't imagine, like, why people really give him... Like, he's not really... I don't know. Like I said, it's not my cup of tea anymore, but the thing about the pandemic that I really enjoyed was... And it's fun to talk about it. Because it was an exciting time to be a fan. You know, like, just be a fan of it. Like, there's people that talk about it, like, remember when we would go there and we went here, we did this together, we collaborated, and we, like, I don't have those stories. My story is, like, I ate good food, I had really cool stuff, I had a lot of money, and I just watched streams all the time. I bought a computer, and then that led to me streaming eventually, but it took me years to get into streaming. Years. It was like a germ of a seed of an idea that took years to sprout. I'm a late bloomer. I think we can all see that I'm old. I got into things late in life. Good things late in life. And I left the bad things behind me. And you can't even joke around anymore about, like, the bad... Like, I could make all kinds of jokes about the bad things I left behind, but you can't. There's nothing funny, really. People are doing such hideous, heinous things out there. So the thing I like, if we could direct it toward ourselves, is, I don't know, 120K he's betting? He's betting 120K. He's gonna go all in. What does he have? That's what I thought. That's a beautiful hand, by the way. Nice job on that table. And ladies and gentlemen, we are involved in the $200 million table. I think it just happened so quickly we forgot to mention it. We are playing 2 tables right now. We still are looking at, if you look at the upper right hand corner, $14 billion, which is a nice chunk of change to have in this game. It's not real money, but it's really cool to have it. Yeah, I mean, the OTK thing is fun to talk about because there was a lot of those, like, offline OTK, there's these groups, and that to me is one of the most memorable to come out. One of the best. And the funniest thing is some of the better streamers that are from that group weren't even originally like Bonnie. A lot of people know who Bonnie is, right? If you look up Bonnie on Twitch, it's one of the best streamers, I think. And she was just like living with Esfand. Again, it's cool to talk. A lot of people that watch my streams are like Twitch fans, streamers, so they'll know what I'm talking about. And if not, you can look these people up. They're great. And like Bonnie was this chick that was living with Esfand, and then like now she's a really, 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 really good streamer. Like really good, really good. It's really fun to watch her like be so good. It's cool. I remember when you like wanted her to like stay at his house. She was like a rescue dog. Basically, like you could see the talent. You could see there was something about her that was engaging, fun, and like she was so talented that even though she was hot, you were still like, there's more to her than that. Like that's how good of a streamer she is. Like she was destined to do that. And she was like a pornographer. Like she did like sex movies and shit. And even though I've seen the sex movies and they were hot, and I did masturbate to them, and I don't have to tell you that. But I still was like, I still don't, even after that, I still don't care. I still think that I would rather see her stream than fuck. And that is very telling. Like, you'd rather see someone stream and do entertaining stuff than fuck. That's I don't know what bigger compliment you could give someone. Quite frankly, I did. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to $27 million, which is very low on the right-hand table. But on the left-hand table, we're doing quite well. We have 1.9 mil. You had Bonnie. Who else came from the OTK, original crew? We lost a few, and then who else was it from OTK? Bonnie. Espen's still doing great. But yeah, like the only people I really care about is like Miskiv, Espen, Bonnie. That's it. But man, the pandemic helped them all. I don't think the pandemic helped Bonnie so much. Esfand helped Bonnie. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Twitch portion of it. Look at this character here. I like this guy. Look at that guy. Gookin. Gokin. 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 From the Street Fighter thing? That's what that's from, right? Street Fighter? Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting low on cash here on the right-hand table. Thankfully, the left-hand table we're playing very well. It's too bad we just played so shitty. Well, we had a bad play. We had one bad... you make one bad play. 17 million. I don't think so. Gokin. 140k. Nah, I'm gonna fold that one. So this is a good hand here to go all in on. We have ace-5 on the right-hand table, queen-jack on the left table. I'm going to go all in on the right table and on the left table. And this is good because we are all-inning, but I think a lot of people will just see me as a guy that's desperate. So they'll be like, oh, he probably doesn't have anything. And that's usually when you get a chance to win a hand like that. But not a great flop. On the left table, we're in great shape. We're going to bet big there. 200k. And they bet with us, and man, I don't know what they've got, but they're in trouble if they think they're going to win this hand. We bet 400K. They're all in, and we're going to take that one down with 3 jacks. We lost on the right table, though. Did we? Wait a second, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in it with 78 million. Beautiful play. We're still very low, but that's a very nice win. That's a very nice win. Wow, that's impressive. Way to come back into it, Van Pebble. And 387K by Goku. I'm going to go ahead and fold that one. I realized I just said 387K. I meant to say K. This came out gay. It came out literally gay. Literally said the word gay. So ace 8, this guy's got 729K. Let's see, there we go. We won that hand. And back to the right table, we got 8-9, which is not a bad hand, 8-9. It's not a bad hand, but let's fold and wait for a better hand. Can't find a better hand. Can't find a better hand. That's from Pearl Jam, Better Man. She loves him. Can't find a better man. It's weird because sometimes, like, music that I've always sort of secretly despised, sometimes I'll, like, start singing it and I'm like, fuck, that's a good song. Like, it just hits you. You're like, God damn, that's actually good. Like, that is a good song. Like, Can't Find a Better Man. When you sing it, you're like, this is good. Even like that song, you know, Can You Take Me Higher? Can you take me high? Like, that's a great song, dude. I don't know if anyone remembers how good that song was. Like, how much people love that song. It was a huge song. It did turn the fucking band into a bunch of dickheads, but that's why, like, I there's a lot of music that I admit is kind of good, but I just can't get into the vibe. Like, and also I don't hero worship. I'm older now. You want to worship anybody? Worship these nuts. It's not a very nice thing to say, but I think you understand what I'm saying. No, I don't want anyone to worship my nuts. I don't want anyone to worship me either. I think there's a safe way to enjoy people and be a fan of people, and there's some people that make it impossible to enjoy. And I think Pearl Jam was one of those bands for me. Also, people don't really talk about this very much, but at the time, it was a grunge thing going on in the 90s, and it was between Pearl Jam and Nirvana. There was a few groups in there. There was Soundgarden, there was Smashing Pumpkins, and really the Smashing Pumpkins were an indie band. Guys, I'm going all in with 4-4 on the right-hand table because that's the kind of hand you're looking for. Something that's going to sneak through the cracks. If we have any chance at all, this is our shot. Isn't that something? So we got 108 million. And on the left table, we're kind of sitting in around 2 mil. We built ourselves up from 17 million. We had started off with 200 million, and we made a terrible error. A terrible error. I don't even remember what the hand is. It's amazing some people can remember. Daniel Negreanu is very famous. I know I'm throwing a lot of references and names at people, but 20 mil. That's tough. Daniel Negreanu is this really famous poker player, professional poker player. And he can tell you the hand. He can break it down. 787 came up on the flop. I had this. He had this. I mean, the guy. No, he folded on the thing. It's like, what the fuck? It's impressive. I can't remember. I just don't know. I don't remember. 7-3. Van Pebble doing the craziness. And it might pay off, ladies and gentlemen. Please pay off. Yes, there it is. Oh, you love it. You love it. Oh, what a beautiful win that was. We're now at 177 million and we are back in the game. We were lost, man. Lost. And now we're back in this fucking bitch. And now on the left-hand table, we're still on top where we were the whole time. Actually, we're right where everybody else is. It's evened out quite a bit here at this point. 9-4 against Jack. Of course, we don't expect to win this, but it's so little to play, we might as well give it a go. And you're looking for a 4 or a 9 or a 6 or an ace. And there's the 8, and that's... It didn't hurt, it doesn't hurt in that situation to play it. Queen 6, I think I'm going to fold that one. I would have liked to have played that if I knew that everybody was just going to fold. I would have played that hand, Queen 6, but that's okay. Can't find better hands. He folded. He did not play that hand. I never liked the guy's voice. I was never a Pearl Jam guy. Ever. Ladies and gentlemen, this could hurt us. What do we do here? We have King Queen. King Queen has fucked me in the ass so many times. But something tells me it could be a different time. This could be different. Things are going to be different this time. Things are going to change. And there's the king on the flop. And now Van Pebble does, in fact, go all in. And now we're looking to make the real money here. And even if he folds, we now are at 225 million. Shit got real. And we are in this bitch right now. We are in the tourney. With everybody else. I mean, everybody's pretty much at about where I'm at, but to come from 12 mil is nothing short of a beautiful play. We're going to fold this one, even though we had the 2 pair. I had a feeling at a 10. I usually take people's word for it when they bet right after a card gets dealt on the table. And on the left table, we're down to 3 players. And we all really have about the same money. So that's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. Oh, that was a big hand there on the right table. On the left table, ace 4. It's hard not to play that ace, man. That ace is a big deal. That ace can be a big deal. Having that ace in your hand is a big, big deal. But I think we're going to fold here. And that hurts you a little bit, but you're still sitting at 185 million. And that's going to take a big chunk out of your money there. But the Queen 2 is a nice hand to play. So we will limp in if we can and see what we can do with Queen 2. On the left table, we're at 1.62 million. And we have a new leader at the left-hand table, Maximu. Queen 2. He's betting 50 million. I'm calling it because I'm sick of getting pushed around by this guy. And there's the king. That's not good for us. He's going to bet again. I'm just going to go all in because I've kind of given up. I mean, I can't let somebody push me around, guys. And here's the funny thing about that. It was a really smart play. Because he had 8-2, I had Queen 2, and I just beat his ass. And that's why you don't put up with people. He's trying to squeeze you. just trying to scare you. We have 446 million. We actually are the high guy at the table right now. It's because we had balls. We had balls. And this is a beautiful play here. I'm all in at that table. I'm going to fold on this table, though. We got a nice chunk of cash. Queen 3 on the left table. I'm going to fold that. Very high antes on the left table. So things are going to come to fruition right here. On the left table, expect to see things are going to go a lot faster now at the left-hand table. On the left-hand table, things are going to start moving a lot quicker. And also here as well. Both tables are moving quick. This guy's all in. I think I'm going to fold. No, I will go. I will go. Queen 9, Queen Jack. Let's see what happens. We're all in on both tables, basically. And we're looking bad here. We're drawing bad on the right table. It's too bad. The good news for us is we've got 268 million still, and we all came all the way from 17 million. So you got to believe in yourself. I mean, you have to believe in yourself. But we came in third on the left table, and now we can focus all of our attention on this table. And things are moving quickly now. People are starting to play big stacks. The antes are quite high. Quite high. Not quiet high. That would be a different kind of high. That's when you get so high that you can't even talk. That only happened to me one time. When I was in California, I was in the military. I was a young kid, and these kids I was hanging out with, let me just say this. This is illegal to do when you're in the military, but it was when Snoop Dogg came out with The Chronic, or was it Dr. Dre came out with The Chronic? But The Chronic was this big thing, and people were talking about it. They were like, The Chronic is like pot. And these dudes were like, they knew somebody in California. So I hung out with them, we smoked pot, and I got so high that I think it was one of the, really I hadn't gotten high that much in my life, and I was so high that I couldn't talk. Ladies and gentlemen, 10-3, we're going to try to limp into this one. Oh, he bets big there. We fold, and now you're going to see people losing now. I'm kind of rooting for the guy on the right, but I think it's impossible now. Yeah. Okay, so trying to get top 3 here, right? I want to win this thing actually, but top 3 always feels good to get top 3. King 2, we limp in. There's the king. We're all in. This would be a nice hand to win here. He's got the jack. I've got the king. There's the king again. That should do it for us. We got it. Like in a good way, that should do it. 397 million. We're in the top 3 here with these guys. And now we can fold. We can fold. We can fold. And we can watch these two play against each other. It's Bad Donkey versus Lico. And I have a feeling Lico doesn't have this hand. He might fold it. He's going to fold. No, he's not. He's calling it 9 queen and a6. If you're a6, you're in good shape here. And that's 160. Oh, there's the queen on the river. You're just waiting for that to happen. You can't live forever with a low stack. That's what I've learned. And I'm going to fold this. Oh, I like Jack 7, though. I like Jack 7. There's the 7. I'm going all in. He's got a 7-3. He's got a 7-3. And now we're pulling. We're drawing dead. Oh, and there's the jack. It is. Oh, Van Pebble. Pulling off a big one, and this is going to be a big, interesting hand for us, too. 6-6. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we try to just sit back. with a 6-6. And we're basically looking for no kings or eights. No kings or eights. And now we're guaranteed second place, guaranteed 2 places. And this is where we want to be, folks. This is heads up for all the marbles that are on the table. Lico versus Van Pebble. If he goes all in, I'm going all in. I'm going all the fuck in here. And there it is, folks. 968 mil. These are high stakes. This is a big, everything counts here. Any win is a big win. There's the queen. It seems like Lico definitely got something there. I'm going to pretend like I'm thinking, but I'm really going to fold. And there we go, folding the hand. And just like that, back up to 530 million. There's the king, queen. And here's what I like to do. That's a good hand. I'm going all in. Hopefully he's got something good. That's what you hope. You hope that they got something good, but it's not as good as what you have, and you can, like, just end it early, or, you know. 7-4 is so not good for us. So we're going to fold that. It's a great story. Van Pebble starts off the game, makes a really bad play, gets down to like 12 million, just donks it, you know? Which is a poker term for just shitting the bed, basically. And worked our way up. I mean, we shouldn't even be here. It's a Cinderella story, basically. This is what you're hoping. You're hoping that he bites on that. And now Cinderella is trying to turn. There's the king. We're all in. I was going to say trying to turn into a pumpkin, but you're not turning into a pumpkin. I think the pumpkin was, what was it, like a carriage, right? There was like a pumpkin and like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's not talk about pumpkins or carriages. This is the big play of the game. Ace Queen versus Queen 7. And there it is. I'm overjoyed. I mean, if you're going to watch any game, if you're going to watch any of the games we played, please watch that one. That is one of the best games I've ever played this game. That was an incredible comeback. To come back from 12 million and just to come back, and it's a story. It's like they should do, and I know this sounds like I'm exaggerating, but they should do like one of those sports stories, you know? It was a young man from Philadelphia, and then he was an old man. Years later, 30 years later, in Seattle, Washington, this young boy turned good. And then you hear like the music from like The Natural. Da, 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 da. See if I can pull this off. He was a young man from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He didn't have much to his name. Didn't have much game. But he was a young man with a dream. And eventually that young man became an old man. Living in the streets. Well, not the streets, but almost. Living in Seattle, Washington for as long as he has. Trying to be one of the best Texas Holdem, what is this, poker games. Thank you. King, queen, 9, 10, queen. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I still talking? His parents wanted the best for him. And most people thought he was old. He was done. His best games were ahead of him. Or behind him. Or beyond him. Done. Finished. He was done. Down for the count. Out. But then came... I mean, guys, really, seriously, we were down so big there. Like, that was a really, really impressive comeback. And we're just keeping the momentum going. We're keeping this a poker stream. I was gonna, like, you know, sometimes we'll do like an extra bonus stream, we call it. But I think we're gonna do this and just keep playing this. I think this might be the... Or we could throw a little Bellaccio in if we want to. But Bellaccio fell the fuck off for us. I mean, listen, Bellaccio is a great game, but if you can't get to that higher level and you just keep struggling, I mean, you have to play it to understand what I'm talking about. It's a very hard game. I remember I couldn't win a run. I remember when I couldn't even win a run. And I was just like, it was a weird place to be, because now that I think about it with the game Bellaccio, like, I could win a run. Like, I might not be able to win in a couple hours. It might take me 2 hours. I might not get it. But eventually, I'm going to get it. But I wasn't, like, when I first started, I could not win a run to save my life. The game was just so hard for me. So that tells me that maybe the game is so difficult and I'm just not seeing something that I should see, and then once I see that thing, I'm gonna be able to, like, look back on that as like, yeah, I used to be able to not be able to even, you know, win a run. Ladies and gentlemen, queen, we have 800,000. We are betting 100,000, which is a lot to bet here. It's a lot to bet. It's probably ridiculous, actually. I'm betting a little too much there. I'll tell you what I'm hoping. That's what I was hoping, that this person would come in with me. I'm just gonna go all in. The hell. And that's what I was kind of hoping that would happen, is that somebody would bite. But I bet too much, and then I realized it, then I got lucky. Somebody was like, hey. But next time what I would do is I would bet smaller, try to keep more people in the bet. And then just slow play the queens and then see if you can, hopefully nothing comes up on the board that's more than a queen or flush or anything like that. So queen 2, huh? God, that was a great win. Boy, that felt good. That was such a great win. I'm going to have another LaCroix. Man, I went shopping on Amazon, and now I have to shop on Amazon. I have to do Amazon Fresh. By the way, they're not a sponsor. Amazon Fresh, you want to sponsor, you can. But seriously, you can. I pretty much have to get Amazon Fresh for groceries now, because we have our major grocery store. By the way, it's not lost on me that this room, this poker room, if you will, it's not a room necessarily, but if you'll notice, there's like magic mushrooms, then you've got the frog, right? Then you've got the princess. It's like, it's kind of funny. It's kind of interesting, but we have a grocery store that's right near where I live, and it's closing, and it's a big grocery store called Fred Meyer's. And, like, you know, we all have these stores, right? Like, a lot of you guys have Targets, or some people call it Target. I don't know the proper pronunciation of it. But, and I don't like Target. I don't enjoy it. And I think this is a little better. It's basically called Fred Meyer. It's a grocery store, and it's big. So it has deli, it has the good stuff. It doesn't have a coffee thing. That's making it big. When you have a barista, then you know you've made it as a grocery store. They don't have that. But they had like a lot of good foods, and like I'd get sushi. Like even their sushi wasn't bad, and like grocery store sushi. I mean, I'm no sushi aficionado, but I'm gonna say if you're gonna get sushi, you're gonna want to get it from a real sushi place, not from a grocery store. And I thought it wasn't bad, but the grocery store also had like a store upstairs that you could get like. I was talking to my roommate today, who is nice for getting along. It's nice to talk to him. And yeah, he was like, I got like 3 pairs of pants and 2 shirts for like $102. I was just like, wow. Like, excuse me. And it is nice to know that you can get like, you need a hose part for your hose, your garden hose, go there. I need a flashlight for my job. Got one up there in the camping area. Can't do that anymore. They're going to fucking, at the, I think at the end of this month, it's this month for sure. And I think it's the end, they're going to close the store down. And we were talking today, we're like, we don't even want to go in there. Because when a store is closing, it's so depressing. It's like everything, they're starting to take stuff off the shelves. Thankfully, I stopped going back in September, so I didn't want to see any of that stuff. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at seeing things change like that. Like, my friend's cat died recently, and it's really hard to watch. Like, I'm saying for them it was hard to watch their cat die. Like, it's very difficult to see something like that where you know it's happening, and it's just like, but what do? You fucking kill the thing as quickly as you can? Of course not. You try to, but you know, you do that thing where like, well, if it's in pain, you know. Like, I'm just gonna say right now, like, Van Pebble is happy to just, it's time to go, it's time to go. I'm just going to be honest with you. If it turns out that Van Pebble has some kind of a cancer that's like level 7 or something, and it's like you could take like nuclear waste and fucking swallow that down, take a shot of nuclear waste every day for a year and you'll live, but you're going to go through nuclear waste syndrome or whatever. I just prefer not to, like, you know, stretch that out. I probably would pull the plug, but do it in a good way. Somehow I would like make sure I was like, how would I do it? I don't want to talk about. Actually, this is not what we want to talk about, because that could get us in trouble and that could get us banned. But I'm just gonna say this is sad. It's hard. The whole movement between like life and death, and if you know for sure, like this is how you're gonna go, and it's like you only have so many months. Like, yeah. Yep, definitely a tough thing to deal with. I definitely put my cat down eventually because I had to. This is a long time ago. And then my friend made me a god cat because I think she understood that I was still grieving for my cat. I talked about my cat all the time, and I don't know who brought it up, but I became the godfather of their cat, which is a cute, funny thing. And you know, it was really devastating for them. For me, I was fine because it's not my cat, and I also know that life, I understand, like, you know, I'm 50 years old. I know I've seen things come and go. I've seen styles come and go. I've seen life come and go. So, yeah, it was sad. I definitely was sad, but I was more concerned for my friend and how they were feeling and how they were doing going through it. And I wanted them to know that I supported them and that I supported their decision. You know, like, yeah, you did everything you could. You got to let people know, because otherwise people feel guilty. Like, they feel like they killed their cat, you know? And of course you didn't. You loved that thing, that cat. Yeah, that was kind of an interesting thing. We got serious for a minute. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get super serious. But that's a good thing, you know. We can go. We don't have to just be like, yeah. It's not like we're here to just joke around. We're here to stream video games. If it happens to be a serious thing, do a serious thing. Yeah, R.I.P. to the guy, to Chunks. One of the greatest cats. I would have loved to have met the cat. Because the plan was to go visit my friend who really is my friend. She was a sister of a girl I dated a long time ago, and I just stayed in touch with her later, a little bit later in life. We kind of got back in touch. She's doing great. She's got a family, great husband, great kid. The husband works at Porsche. You know what I mean? It's just a cool thing. But there was a moment. What do we do here? I kind of think King and I, like, maybe. There was one moment where I was concerned that maybe this girl thought that I was like, because you, as a guy, you always have to be careful. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's always going to be in the purview of, like, is he hitting on, is he maybe thinking, you know what I mean? And I think I got to a point where I completely, like, always talked about, how's your husband doing? Hey, looking good, Burkhart family. Oh, shouldn't say their name, sorry. Edit that, bleep that out. Don't worry, they're not gonna. Here's the thing, don't bother them. I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. They're not gonna, dude, they're not gonna fucking watch this anyway. But I shouldn't use people's names. What if I had to, like, erase the entire stream? No, we're good. One of the scariest streams I ever did was when I talked about the comedy club that I worked at, because I spilled everything, and they found out. And it was a little scary, because I got a text, and it was like from a number I didn't recognize, and then I saw that it was that guy, the guy who owned the thing, and I was like, oh fuck. And it's not like we left on good terms, like, it was bad, you know. I don't know. I'm able now to see things, even when jobs that were shit. I'm like, yeah, but it was a blessing. Like, they really helped me. I needed them at that time for that. That's the one job where I'm like, I didn't really need that job. Like, I didn't really do any real cooking or get any real cooking experience. I didn't get any jobs out of it later as a reference. Like, also, like, it was not a great relationship all the way through. So, like, it's not like you're going to get a reference anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it is cool to tell people I worked at a comedy club as a cook, but it's not really, like, it doesn't do much for you, really. King 3, I like this. I bet 215K. What do you think? You got an ace on you? What do you got? Oh, they could have an ace, but they didn't. And we're sitting good here. 119, 1.19 mil. It's been a great stream. This will be our last game, and we will try to win it. And I will call this guy here, because I have king queen. He might have an ace, which would be tough. So you're already in trouble. Ace king. You're looking for what? A queen only. So that's fucked. We're fucked on this one, actually. But we still have 823K, and it's not like we're fucked here, really. We're in good shape. We're not fucked. And there we go. We get the jacks, and you get back in it. You get back on the horse, and you ride. Jack, Jack. Jack, Jack. Jack, Jack. Let's see. You know, we were talking about this earlier, and I don't know if you remember, but I sure do. We were talking about music that you don't really like, but you admit that it's a good song, and Marilyn Manson's one of those guys. There's the big win. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a second here to celebrate that one. 1.78 mil. We went from being to 800K, not very good showing at first. Kind of a letdown, and then all of a sudden, boom, big win, big jacks, 1.78 mil. Marilyn Manson's one of those guys that it's hard for me to like. I don't like him. as a person, I feel like he's a dickhead. I just don't like the whole, like, I'm an artist, yeah. I just don't like anything about him. But when you hear some of the stuff that he was doing, I mean, he was groundbreaking in the sense that he was like, he brought that satanic vibe back to rock and roll, which for some reason people needed it, I guess. I think he just offered something a little different that people weren't expecting. Because it was a time when, like, music was suffering, quite frankly. There was nothing good happening in music. Music has been going downhill since the 80s, guys. Let's fucking be honest. The 90s, you had some really good guys in there. You had some great rock bands, but you didn't have that many. And it was turning from, like, we didn't know what we were doing. Are we doing rap, rock? What the fuck is going on, you know? You know, what the fuck? Who was Kai Cenat had that band on recently that was Chester Bennington. I can't think of the name of the band. Jack Nine, we can pull that. Chester Bennington. The name of the band is Linkin Park. And Linkin Park was like, that was like a 90s thing. They were good in 2000s. They were like, I think, right? Were they still doing it in 2000s? Probably. Early 2000s, and they were like rap and rock, and they were great. But I mean, that's one of the very few bands that was doing anything interesting. Music has just been downhill. And so when Marilyn Manson came out in the 90s, it was like, it was just a sensational thing. People were like, is he an alien? Is he the next David Bowie? That's what people thought too. Because Bowie was kind of like that, if you remember. He wasn't like satanic like that. But ladies and gentlemen, what do we do here? I think we fold here. I feel like that would have been a nice hand to play. Oh my god. Oh, we should have played it. But what do? You know, I think it was a smart fold. I definitely didn't have the nuts in my hand, you know, the nuts, as they say. And there goes Jeffrey all in, trying to stay in it. And we're giving you a very good stream today, ladies and gentlemen. This is normally we do a poker stream. You don't always get the 2-hour stream, but it's a good one today. It's high quality. We're giving you the good streams today. We're in a great mood. It's a great day, man. I'm just enjoying this day. I'm just squeezing the day. I'm squeezing it. We're gonna squeeze another stream out of this day too. After this, we're gonna be streaming again, and you won't want to miss that stream. Oh, you're not gonna want to miss that one. Well, I really have to think about that one. So I'm really not sure what. That's the fun part about streaming, though, is kind of figuring out what you want to do. It's fun to make that decision. We're gonna fold here. We've had 2 great streams, and now we have the vision of what we're trying to do on Twitch. So now I know. Like last week, I still wasn't sure. I'm like, it's okay, right? We just stream a couple streams here. It's like, we just won't stream that last day. But like this week, it became crystal clear. Like, I know what I want to do now. Okay. I got it. I know the style. I know how many streams I want to do each day. I want to get healthier in my regular life. That'll probably make the streams even better too, right? Good exercise. Things are coming together for Van Pebble, and that's not the flop we were looking for. He's all in, we fold, but we're still at 1.36 million, and that's a big pot out there. King looks like the winner here. Does anyone have a shot? No. And there's King 7. That's a side pot though. Wow. Lucky side pot. Lucky side pot indeed. And Jack 9. This is interesting because I'm sure he has the best hand here. but I've got a decent hand. And to me, it's like, if I lose this, I lose it. And I'm drawing dead, so I lost, and that sucks. But you got a decent hand. You might get a straight. We weren't that far away from a straight. Something could happen there. And somehow we're hit with yet another fucking blind. How do we get hit twice with blinds and I don't know. Fuck it. Jesus Christ. All right, we're down to 478K. It's all right. Doing great. We're not doing great. That kind of got away from us a little bit. But I still think it was a good play. In this case, 250K. We got the queen, jack. Yeah, you can fold that. Ace 8. That was a good fold. Good fold. Absolutely good fold. And that's what, the idea. Maybe you stay in there. Maybe something pops for you. Maybe a queen comes. But like that's not a smart way to play at all. And we do have 478K, which is light. It is light. But by God, I like it. Jack 3, we're going all in. With Jack 3 of diamonds, which is good. You got the suited. And there it is. We're back to 778K. We'll show the work. And at this table, we're okay. We're hanging in there. We're swinging. The antes are quite high at 150 and 300K a piece. And we're starting to lose. You can see people are starting to get a little itchy now. Because the antes are so high. King 7, I like King 7. Especially since there won't be too many people playing the hand. 5, 7, 5, 8, 7, we can see the 6 in there somehow. He's betting 300K. I think he's full of shit. And I'm going to fucking go all in. And I feel like he probably does have the best hand. But we've got a lot of outs here. One more time, baby. Come on. One more time, baby. Give us a club. There's the club. There's the flush. We're still in this game. With 900K. That was a nice play. And I reminisce about the Seattle Mariners, by the way, are playing fantastic. The baseball team of the MLB, which is Major League Baseball for you that don't know. I barely know what that means, dude. I'm not a baseball guy. I'm a sport guy, but barely. MLB, that's what it's called, I think. And we've got Queen 6 here. And we're going all in with Queen 6. Surely he's going to follow me on that one. We do get followed in. I like it. I like what I'm seeing here. I like it a lot. Let's keep that. Let's keep that. There it is, folks. 1.65 mil. And we're in the conversation now. And by the way, we can fold now. We're in the conversation. Ace-9 for 7-7. You got to feel good with the 7-7. That's a strong pair. And this guy's drawing dead, really. I mean, he's got some outs. And there's the full house. So he did get the out. That could have been a much better win for Disputer, but I'm not going to dispute that. Okay? I'm just not going to. Oh, my God. Oh, hey. Oh. Oh. And now it's getting weird. Van Pebble's getting weird. With King 2. Oh, Van Pebble. You know I'm betting that. You know I'm betting against that. And I know he's got King 10 and he's got the better hand. But ladies and gentlemen, he's got the better hand. Got a lot of outs, though. And we got it again. We got the out. Another out. Very, very lucky. Very, very fortunate. Disputer's got to be scratching his scaly skin because he's a frog. And he's got to be saying, good googly moon. Don't say good googly moon. But he's got to be saying to himself, God, I've had 2 hands now where, you know, I had those hands. It would have been game changer. It might not be in the cards for Disputer. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Disputer all in. I'm going all in. I'm going all in with it. He's got Jack 2. That's a good hand. He probably has this hand. He's got it. He's got it locked. So we're basically fucked. And we lost. I think, do we come in 3rd place, though? That would be nice. I'd like to come in 3rd if I could. I mean, we deserve to come in 3rd, don't we? There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we going to do here? Let's call it a stream. I think we did our work there. And we put some good stuff up for you. And that's going to do it for the stream. My name is Van Pebble. And I'd like to close out the stream by saying, please follow my social media. I'm going to make this quick because I actually want to stream one more time today. And I'm really sorry. I don't know what I want to stream. I know it's going to be a big game. I know it's going to be one of the bigger games that I have. I just gotta figure out what I feel in my heart, what I feel like playing. It's going to be a big game. It's going to be one of the bigger games because we've got the momentum moving in our favor. But let's not talk about that. Let's close this thing out. My name is Van Pebble on social media, such as Twitter or X, Van Pebble, at Van Pebble. You spell the last E with a 3. And I think somebody else had Van Pebble for some reason. You can donate money to Van Pebble by donating money to at Thomas Palvino, small caps and no spaces. And I gotta be honest with you, not a lot of people have donated money to me. I'm not surprised, but I have something else finally that came into for us. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is this. You can now donate subs to Van Pebble on Twitch. We are monetized on Twitch. We have been monetized for a week now. So far, I'm the only person that's given myself a sub. I think it like automatically subbed me. Automatically subbed me. Let me just get out of there. But yeah, you can donate money to me on PayPal, and you can follow me on Twitter, please. And also, you can send me subs on Twitter. I can get money now. You can send money. I get money. But ladies and gentlemen, the thing that I really care about, I care about money. I'm no different than anybody else. But I love it when you watch my stuff. That's what it's about. People, that's the big thing. You're watching the stuff. That's currency, my friend. Views are currency, and I have 425 videos. Guys, that's a lot. All right, guys, girls, people, field animals, everybody. Please check out my... Now, look, I will say this. Somebody could get mad at me one time because I take... look at this. Isn't that funny? That's a great game, by the way, Tape to Tape. Somebody got mad at me because I use AI to do my screenshots for this. I think it's called a screen capture, or there's a better name for it. I can't remember. But it's good. Why not? It says Van Pebble. It's a hockey guy. It's a hockey game. Why not? It says my name on it. I don't understand the problem. People just want to complain. Ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble is on YouTube. 41 subscribers. We can get that up. Let's do it. And last thing I want to say here is I really am looking for subscribers. I mean, I think I deserve it. I mean, I know I deserve it. I put up 425 videos. That's more than a year of videos. I mean, what's a year? 365 days a year? I mean, god damn it, there's a lot of videos up there, and it's all me trying to do the best I can. I'm trying to grow something here, make something that's interesting, entertaining, and exciting. And guys, we're just going to keep growing from here. Like, we're not going to stop here. We're building this, we're building something so that when I die, it'll still be up there and people can watch it and go, he was good, wasn't he? But we're not dead yet, folks. So let's keep it alive. And, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the stream. I'm Van Pebble, and we have one more stream for you tonight. And I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of getting close. I'm leaning into the idea, the prospect of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's a game that I sort of started playing. I haven't gotten really that deep into it yet. And I think this might be the night to really get into it. It's a great nighttime game. It's just got a real cool mood to it. It's really moody. And the more we talk about it, I'm actually talking myself into it. So, you know, we've got some of the big games that people are playing right now, but I'll play this when I'm ready. You know, Baby Steps, I would expect you'll probably see that this week. I mean, it's the hot game. And the real reason I got Baby Steps, by the way, is because it's the kind of game that I want to play. It's not just because it's a popular game. So you'll see that eventually. And I know it's the hot game. And it's hard not to play it right now, but we got all week to play, so you'll probably see that later. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Van Pebble, and I hope you had a good time with us. I had a good time with you. You have a good time with me? Okay, shut up. I'm out of here. Talk to you later. We're streaming one more time today. Come with us. Join us. See you later. Bye.